Unit 2, Cultural Diversity. Part A, Reading. Page 20.
Traditionally, Americans and Asians have very different ideas about love and marriage. Americans believe in romantic marriage. A boy and a girl are attracted to each other, fall in love, and decide to marry each other. Asians, on the other hand, believe in contractual marriage. The parents of the bride and the groom decide on the marriage. And love, if it ever develops, is supposed to follow marriage, not precede it. To show the differences, a survey was conducted among American, Chinese, and Indian students to determine their attitudes towards love and marriage. Below is a summary of each group's responses to the 4 key values. Physical attractiveness. The Americans are much more concerned than the Indians and the Chinese with physical attractiveness when choosing a wife or a husband. They also agree that a wife should maintain her beauty and appearance after marriage. Confiding. Few Asian students agree with the American students' view that wives and husbands share all thoughts. In fact, a majority of Indians and Chinese think it is better and wiser for a couple not to share certain thoughts. A large number of Indian men agree that it is unwise to confide in their wives. Partnership of equals. The majority of Asian students reject the American view that marriage is a partnership of equals. Many Indian students agree that a woman has to sacrifice more in a marriage than a man. Trust built on love. Significantly, more Asian students than American students agree that a husband is obliged to tell his wife where he has been if he comes home late. The Asian wife can demand a record of her husband's activities. The American wife, however, trusts her husband to do the right thing because he loves her, not because he has to. The comparison of the 4 values suggests that young Asians are not as romantic as their American counterparts.
Task 1. Listen to the passage and fill in the missing information. Wedding in Vietnam.
Can you tell me something about wedding ceremonies in Vietnam?
Well, weddings are very important to the Vietnamese, not only to the couple involved, but also for both families. The wedding day is usually chosen carefully by the groom's parents.
What does the groom's family usually do on the wedding day?
On the wedding day, the groom's family and relatives go to the bride's house, bringing gifts wrapped in red paper. The people who hold the trays of gifts are also carefully chosen.
Do you have someone in charge of the ceremony? And what does he do during the wedding ceremony?
Yes, we have a master of ceremonies who introduces the groom, the bride, the parents, the relatives, and guests of the 2 families. The wedding ceremony starts in front of the altar. The bride and the groom would pray, asking their ancestors' permission to get married. The master of ceremonies gives the wedding couple advice on starting a new family. The groom and the bride then exchange their wedding rings.
Where is the wedding banquet held?
Well, it depends. Often the wedding banquet is held at the groom and bride's home, or at a hotel or a restaurant, and all close relatives, friends, and neighbors are invited.
What kind of food and drinks are served?
Traditional food and beer or wine are served. During the reception, the groom, bride, and their parents stop by each table to thank their guests. The guests, in return, will give envelopes containing wedding cards and money to the newly wedded couples, along with their blessing.
Oh, that's very interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome. Part C. Listening. Page 24. Listen and repeat.
Altar, master of ceremony, banquet, groom, bride, ancestor, tray, schedule, blessing.
Part C. Listening. Page 24. Listen and repeat.
Altar, master of ceremony, banquet, groom, bride, ancestor, tray, schedule, blessing.
Part C. Listening. Page 24. Listen and repeat.
Altar, master of ceremony, banquet, groom, bride, ancestor, tray, schedule, blessing.
Part E. Language Focus. Page 27. Pronunciation. Listen and repeat.
Walked, knocked, jumped, helped, missed. Explained, phoned, rained, arrived, involved. Wanted, arrested, started, mended, decided.
Practice reading these sentences.
1. She walked to the window and looked outside. 2. The driver stopped his car at the crossing where a woman was knocked down. 3. Jane phoned for an ambulance and the police, but they arrived late. 4. The police arrested the thief yesterday. 5. He decided to give up smoking.
Part E. Language Focus. Page 27. Pronunciation. Listen and repeat.
Walked, knocked, jumped, helped, missed. Explained, phoned, rained, arrived, involved. Wanted, arrested, started, mended, decided.
Practice reading these sentences.
1. She walked to the window and looked outside. 2. The driver stopped his car at the crossing where a woman was knocked down. 3. Jane phoned for an ambulance and the police, but they arrived late. 4. The police arrested the thief yesterday. 5. He decided to give up smoking.